Welcome to Roll Coverage, where today we're actually talking about a freaking Carolina Panthers win. Let's go. Today, I've got a lot to say, man. So let me talk about it real, raw, and right now on Roll Coverage.
They roll coverage.
So obviously, major props goes out to the Carolina Panthers defense this week, pitching a freaking shutout. Not only a shutout, but to be honest, the best defensive performance we saw over the weekend. We truly showed the NFL the potential of what these young guys can do to this team. And of course, it was a revenge game. Everybody's calling for Evero's head. And you know what? Even to this point, I'll accept he's probably the first one to go if changes are coming in Carolina. But you know what? They're not coming this week. And honestly, it couldn't come at a better time. We're moving into the next game against the New England Patriots, a team that, to be honest, is thinking of us as a get-right game. Yeah, that's not going to happen now. This defense looks primed and ready to go, and if we see any of that performance leak over into the next week, we absolutely can win this game. I do have some concerns, however. I do think that the offense did not perform to the way that we honestly are looking at that score. Most of what we did came on the defensive side of the ball, and honestly, just keeping the Falcons out of the game, then we were able to actually have a balanced offense. Like I said, if the Falcons were able to actually put up points, this would have been a shootout for sure. Going into the second quarter, I was like, okay, let's see. Michael Penix is finally going to pull something out of his bag, and this is going to start going. But then you saw the change. You saw the Falcons just completely collapse, if I'm going to be honest with you. Not only collapse, but look like they aren't going to be able to compete for this division like everybody originally thought. And it could be all on Michael Penix's shoulders. I honestly asked on Twitter, is Michael Penix on fraud watch? Because he might be. He might be, especially given how good Bijan, and again, that pass rush finally coming to fruition. Didn't see it a whole lot in Carolina this week. So what happened to this Falcons team? Was this a Carolina defensive win? I don't know. I honestly keep going back. I'm obviously going to continue to praise the defense as well, though. The defense needs the praise because the defense hasn't been performing at the levels that we wanted to, and I want to try and keep that confidence going. I love Lathan Ransom. Again, I loved him coming out of college. I thought we should have picked him over Etienne. I think he's the pick after Etienne. I would have been happy with that. I think there's so much potential now that we've seen it. And to be honest, Scorton and Umamielen didn't even blow us away in this game. No sacks. So this was really a defensive, performance. Of course, it's being given what the Falcons were given it, which was every opportunity to make plays. But to be honest, some of the issues that we had in the first week, we didn't have move over to this week. Like the tackling. The tackling was measurably better. People staying on task, on target, not missing gaps. Trevin Wallace, to be honest, had a decent, tackle for loss. Obviously, it was very, very telegraphed. Would have been very surprised if Trevin couldn't have come away with the ball if he really tried, but you guys deserve the win. And to be honest, I deserve the win, man. I wanted this team to at least be able to win 7 games. Now, obviously, I'm probably more in the 5 realm now, unless we can come out in this Patriots game and get that second win in a row. I thought we would need to daisy chain some of these early ones, this Arizona game, that Jaguars game. Like, there should have been some earlier wins. But I am glad it's against the Falcons. And to be honest, I didn't know this stat, but Bryce Young is 3-1 against the Falcons. Wow. And considering he only has 7 wins, he dominates the Falcons and cannot dominate any other team. So what an aberration for sure. Something to look at moving forwards. Can the Falcons actually get it back together, or is Bryce going to continue to take their lunch? Probably. That's probably what's going to happen. Bryce is just going to keep taking their lunch. I guess he has the Atlanta Falcons figured out. I just wish we could get some other stuff figured out. Because to be honest, that 4-yard depth of target for Bryce Young in this offense was not good. So many people are going to go after Dave Canales for what he said in the press conference afterwards, and I just don't agree with that. Dave wants a better quarterback, and I feel like this win gives more to the Bryce crowd to want to give him more time. If Bryce went out there and we lost measurably, which again was my prediction, first of all, again, I'm glad we didn't. I'm glad I was wrong. But that would have given Canales the opportunity to bench Bryce and go in a different direction. With that, I don't know what happens now. Bryce obviously gets a little bit more, of a leash, but we're moving on. We're moving to that Patriots game, better defense. To be honest, Drake May looks half decent this year, so that could be an interesting one. They just need to not shit the bed like the Falcons did, and this could actually be a game. I really appreciate you making it this far. It helps out the channel, and I cannot thank you enough. Hopefully one of these other videos are ones that you like as well, but if not, I can't wait to catch you in the next one. My name is Nick, and this has been Roll Coverage.